What is up, 40? What is up, Bears Nation? This is Chicago Sports Talk. Michael, I'm here today to brought to you by 49ers versus Bears ways to um, the Bears can win this game. But there's some personal laundry that I have to air out before I get to this conversation that I'm having with my viewers. So, all right. So, before we begin with today's topic, I do want to remind everybody to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. But there is some personal issues that need to be addressed, and then I'm not going to give him the whole show because he's not very important. But it needs to be addressed because it has to do with the Bears. So, Judah Tribe, if you're listening, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Okay, it's fair that you want to go out and accuse my boy CG Ruthless and say that he's a Patriots fan when realistically he was just paying a bet. And not only did you do that, you made fun of you call Tommy a racist, um and then you called because Tommy is Mexican. For those of y'all that are just tuning in, he called him a racist that I can't say on here because it will get me canceled. But it's some c word that has to do with racism in Mexico, of Mexicans and shit. So that's all you need to know. And Judah, I lost respect for you. I don't. And to be honest, Judah, I'm not sure if you're watching this, but people warned me about you. People warned me about you, including I want to take a shout out to CG Ruthless real quick. He was one of the people that told me to stay clear of you, and I should have listened to him. He warned me about you. It wasn't only him; multiple people warned me about you, Judah. And I stood by you because you're a fellow Bears brother, but well, not anymore in my books. I can't get you out of this no more, Judah. So, anyways, and another thing too, I may be optimistic about my team. I may be optimistic, but I know damn well we're not going undefeated. Like in your eyes, we are. But anyways, I'm done with this clown. That Bears fan, like that was just disgusting what he said. So, anyways, 49ers versus the Bears, ways the Bears can pull off an upset is because if you look at the spread, the 49ers are +7. The only questionable thing is their quarterback. So I'm going to give you three keys. Key number one, the Bears need to use Trey Lance's inexperience to their advantage. Two, they're going to have, since it's allegedly going to rain and pour down rain on Sunday, they're going to have, the defense is going to have to take a huge role part in this game. They're going to have to take advantage of turnovers, and there's going to be a lot of turnovers. Maybe I'll put money that Trey Lance is going to have more fumbles in this game than Fields, because Trey Lance, this is his third game, and he has yet to know that, and his release can, the way he throws the ball can result as a fumble. And when it's like raining and the ball gets slippery, it could mean the defense has an opportunity to change possession. And my final reason, the final thing that the Bears have to do is run the ball. and clock management, it's going to matter in this game. Because if you look, Justin Fields had 100-yard rushing yards against the 49ers. He was one of the two only players to have over 100 rushing yards against the 49ers defense. And the offensive line is going to have to contain Nick Bosa. They're going to have to do a lot of design run plays to contain Nick Bosa as much possible. So it shames me that I'm really scared for Braxton Jones because he's going up against Nick Bosa, who's one of the great defensive players. You're gonna have Fred Warner that's going to be spying on Justin Fields at all times. You're going to have some lead blockers. Tre'Davious Ward, I wanted him in free agency. Unfortunately, he went to the Kansas City Chiefs. Their secondary is kind of unproven at this point, but the front seven is proven already. But if you go look at their interior offensive line, their offensive line, besides Trent Williams, is very unproven. All right, Alex Mack retired. I don't know who they have at center, but their new lineman group has only played 3 games this far in preseason. So the Bears, especially in the rain, have to use that weakness to the advantage, get to the quarterback quick. You have to let Trey Lance beat you by throwing the ball. That's what I have to say. You have to make Trey Lance beat you by throwing the ball. Because Trey Lance is a good mobile runner quarterback. And I've seen it throughout his college. He only played 10 games in college, only played 1 during 2020 season during the whole COVID era. So the thing is that you're going to have Trey Lance is going to be running a lot, and the Bears have to find a way to able to contain the run. And George Kittle is most likely going to be out during this game, so that helps out a lot because George Kittle is a good lead blocker, and he's one of the best tight ends in the NFL currently. So let me get to the comments real quick. What up, Reaper Talon? He said, sup. Been busy with life. Sorry, I haven't been around. That's okay, Reaper. Always leave a like to the stream. And so there's 7 people in here. I want it's okay to leave a comment if you want to have any questions or comments about Sunday's game. What's up, my boy Zach? You know, he's a Ravens fan. If y'all don't know him, so I want to say shout out to Zach real quick. I think Fields is going to do better than Lance. Yes, he's going to, and the Bears are going to win. Yes, because Trey Lance, this is his 3rd game, and the Bears are going to use that inexperience to their advantage, and it's going to rain during the game. That's going to be a huge factor. So what the Bears have to do in the rain is they're going to have to run the ball a lot because they can't throw the ball because that ball's slippery. I'm not sure if you guys ever played football in the rain. I know I haven't played football in the rain to know, but I've seen many games when they play during a rainstorm, and the ball can sometimes be slippery and a lot of fumbles can happen at any given point of time. It's good to have a good it's good for the defense because playing in the rain is a defense coordinator's dream because they're going to do a lot of slippy slide. Like, it's going to be a defensive coordinator's dream to play when it rains. You're going to have to work on ball security. And if Trey Lance fumbles, you have to dive on the ball. You can't just let Trey Lance get on the ball. You have to pick up the ball because Trey Lance has Debo, he has Ayuk. He not sure if Kittle's most likely not going to play because apparently his groin injury is more serious than people expected it to. But if he's not there, that's going to help a lot. But Debo Samuel and Ayuk are going to be a huge factor. And if he fumbles, then the Bears have to land on top of it. Also, pressure on the quarterback matters a lot because we didn't get, like when we played the 49ers, we didn't have any sacks on Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, granted, we were missing Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks, but we were not able to get pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. What's going on, Michael Brownlee? Am I saying that right? Michael Brownlee. We will win by forfeit. I wish that would make it a hell of a lot easier, but hey, they want to play us, but is what it is. So what's going on, David McNew? Yes, the 49ers will help. DeMarco Riley, the 49ers are a running team. That doesn't mean the Bears can't stop them. I said it earlier, David. I'm not sure if you heard me, but I said that the only way to beat Trey Lance is to make Trey Lance beat you by throwing. I think, and shout out to Reaper. I think you Bears can pull off a sneaky. Yes, we can pull off a sneaky upset because this is Trey Lance. Trey Lance is still new to the NFL, and pretty much it's going to be a rainy day, and they're going to have to make Trey Lance. They're going to have to use the rain to their advantage. It doesn't matter if it's a running game. It doesn't matter if it's a quarterback play. So, like, if they run the ball, we're going to have to punch it out because the ball is slippery. So there's going to be a lot of peanut punches. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there was a CB called Charles Tallman, known as the Peanut Puncher. Every single play he made was a fumble, and he always punched the ball out. And they're going to have to do a lot of those, especially when it's raining. So, all right. So, new comment by David McNew. We will use the rain to our advantage too. What advantage do you have? You guys don't have a proven quarterback. Like, what has Trey Lance done in the NFL that Justin Fields hasn't already? Like this does, like, you could go back, you could say that he threw 30 touchdowns and only had one interception, but Justin Fields started his full year, 3 years in Ohio State, went to he also went to a national championship, and he also beat Trevor Lawrence. Not his fault. He ran into the best school in the league that year, which was Alabama. I'm just saying, and Trey Lance is a product quarterback who rarely played at North Dakota State. So I'm trying to wrap this under my head is what Trey Lance can do. And you could say that, the Bears' offensive line sucks. Your offensive line is not much better. Outside of Teven Jenkins, you guys have a lot of question marks. I mean, outside of Trent Williams, you guys have a lot of question marks. I don't know why I said Teven Jenkins, but you get the point. And now that David's saying this, he's going to use that Cat Williams that you should have been talking shit. Both teams play in the rain. Everything you're saying the 49ers can do. But you guys don't have a quarterback yet. You're not going to win many games by running the football. You're going to win games by throwing the football. That's why the most quarterbacks win the Super Bowl. And Justin Fields started week 2 because Andy Dalton went down with I think it was a leg, or it was a knee injury. So Justin Fields has started for his team, but he was out with an injury, and he was out the last game of the season due to him being on the COVID protocol. And he basically Trey Lance did not start over the team. He only started like 2 games. Like, you can't just sit there and say that Trey Lance is better than Justin Fields when he hasn't done anything at a quarterback level. Don't disappear after the Bears. Like, David, you're guaranteeing a victory already. Just because the 49ers have a better team than the Bears does not mean you guys are guaranteed going to win. Upsets can happen in the NFL. And you guys have a questionable offensive line. Besides Trent Williams, who else do you really have? Like, I don't get it. And especially in the rain, I don't really care if your guys are going to run the ball a lot. If you run the ball like all the game, you guys are not going to win. What's going on, my man John Jay? He says, "Yo, everybody, I saw you over there at CG's channel, so I want to give it a shout out to John Jay. He is 49ers Ultimate Report. You can go check him out. His name is John Jay, JONJAY. I know that's how he spells his name, John. So just my Eagles have had a phenomenal offseason. My Eagles have a phenomenal offseason, but I'm taking it week by week. Yeah, that's fair. I have you guys winning the division because I think you guys have the better overall team. It's going to be between you and Dallas. Michael, win or lose, call in on my channel. Hey, as long as that stream is still up after we win, pretty much, it still better be up after we win. You have guaranteed victory for 6 months. No one has tape on Trey Lance. Everyone has tape on every quarterback. Every quarterback in the league has tape, David. Doesn't matter if it's college. Doesn't matter if it's NFL. Everyone has tape on Trey Lance, believe it or not. Even Jalen Johnson, I believe, did a thing. I think it was 3 days ago. He said that Trey Lance can definitely beat them on the run, and he has a good strong arm, but he hasn't proved anything to me yet. Everyone's saying hello to each other. And I had to air out some laundry. Man, screw Ghost of Judah Tribe, man. That like, I owe an apology to some of y'all because a lot of people warned me about Judah. I owe it to some people. Some people warned me about being around Judah. You know, I should have listened to y'all, and I'm sorry. I don't condone racism in ever. Racism is my number one rule, and if you say anything, then basically you're off the channel. I don't care. And one of those people were CG. He told me to stay clear of him. I should have listened to him, but that was my mistake. That was my burden. I'll carry it forever. If you guys have any questions, please leave them. I'll take a 1 minute break because I have to piss. All right, I'm back. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Reaper, glad you cut ties with that clown. Judah, that dude had but negative energy. Maybe he hates his life. The thing about Judah is that I give him a pass because he's a Bears fan. I give Judah a pass because he's a fellow Bears fan. But the fact that and to be fair, a lot of y'all, including you, Reaper, told me to stay clear of him. Because remember when he was on my stream, he was calling out everyone's team, which I have no problem with that because you guys could trash talk each other. But when he goes like personal, like when he goes personal and use like racism jokes, like it's how are you gonna call Tommy, who is Mexican, a racist when you called him something racist? It's some C word, but I can't say it because it will get me canceled. But it's something racism that has to do with Mexicans that begins with a C. I don't know what that is. And the thing about Judah is he can't trash talk. I'm sorry, he can't trash talk. That's why he's a reject. That's why if that's why when it was over on my boy Adam James's channel. So he went on Adam James's channel and he got clapped by three, and one of them four individuals. Three were Packers fans, obviously, but one of them was a Bears fan and told him, hey, I don't think we are better than the Packers. And one of them was our blood. One of the Bears fans, our blood, was telling him to chill. Like Judah, man, like and if you guys want to still watch him, that's fine. But I'm warning you, bro. That dude is a racist. So, I have a question. Will Juice check on Roquan asking for a friend? Well, it's in the rain, so I highly doubt that. But it'll probably be the other way around. Hey, Gavin's been in John G. Gavin's been in depression since I. So if you don't know, John J, me and Gavin did a little bit of a bet. He said if Juice was not captain, he would change his profile picture to Roquan Smith. But if Kyle Juszczyk was the captain, I would have to change my profile to a Kyle Juszczyk jersey. I mean, a Kyle Juszczyk picture of his choosing. So, unfortunately, he has to pay his bet. And that's another thing. Speaking of bets, you can't call CG a Patriots fan when he was just paying up a bet. I don't remember what bet that was, but the bet was if he lost, he would have to turn heel on the 49ers and do a little bit of a skit. That was the bet. I'm a fan of Jason. Um, Jason, I can't say so. I'll just say his name, Jason. A few days ago, that was funny, and yesterday on Eric Crocker. Reaper says, I don't take him seriously. Judah is a sad dude to me. Dude, that dude, I like it how that people say I was never hooked as a kid and I'm just looking for attention. Judah is a definition of a guy that was never loved enough as a kid. That just needs attention. But I've been giving him passes because he never did anything to me. But CG, here's what you have to understand about CG. CG is my brother. It's my big brother. And when I first met him back in January of 2020, when he still was before he hit the 1K mark, when he was over in that other community, I had his back throughout the whole like I had his back. So basically everybody was clowning him because of that Patriots bet thing that he did, including his own fan base. And I just said it's a bet. It's a bet. He made a bet with Master at Work and he paid for it. But the thing with Judah is there's something mentally wrong with Judah. I don't know what is wrong with him, but I'm not excusing his behavior, but there is something wrong with Judah. And if he's watching this, I guarantee you he'll probably do a video calling me a fake Bears fan. He might do a video calling me, oh, I'm sticking up for a bandwagon, or I should probably like at this point, Judah, it's just whatever at this point, Judah. I lost respect for you, and pretty much I blame myself. I have no one to blame but myself. I'm not a fan of Jason, but a few days ago, that Bears fan was on his show. That was funny. I'm still watching it. I'm gonna have to find that. Uh, so Rumble. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be calling in on Rumble on Sunday, win or lose. So pretty much. Any questions, comments, concerns? Some people are going off in the Discord. The hell? What are you? What is this cryptid shit? The hell? Hold up. Who is this RENE 2000? Okay. Kind of weird that he said that, but I'm pretty sure one of my moderators took care of it. Took care of that cryptic message. So I'm gonna end it here in a few. I don't know if I'm gonna be watching the game tonight. I'm hoping Cam Akers goes off. I'm hoping Gabriel Davis goes off because in my fantasy league with Awkward Silence group chat, So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the stream. Leave a like and hit the subscribe button down below. As always, bear down, not the